Hello, pretty people. Welcome to Simply Delish Duo. Today you are in for a treat. We are going to show you how to make our crispy fried green tomatoes. These are one of our family favorites.
But before we get started, if you like this recipe and would like to see more, please subscribe to our channel by hitting that red subscribe button below.
We're just out here in my dad's garden. Perfect time of year to be making fried green tomatoes. He's got quite a few here. Most of them have turned red already. End
of the season.
End of the season. They've already made their tomato sauce. But we like to pick them and make fried green tomatoes. One of my favorite dishes to make.
So for our fried green tomatoes, we are using 3 green tomatoes. We were going to use 4, but 3, as you see, is plenty. We have a cup of flour. We have about a half a cup of cornmeal, 2 tablespoons of milk, and 2 eggs, some salt and pepper. So I've seasoned one side already. Flip them over, and I'm going to season the other side.
Just a pinch of salt and pepper on each side.
Yeah, just a pinch on each side. And we're going to let them sit for about 10 to 15 minutes because the salt releases the water from the tomatoes. So we're going to let these sit for 10 minutes and we will be back. Our tomatoes have been sitting for about 10 minutes. So now I am going to coat them with the flour.
And with the flour, you put a pinch of salt in there.
Yeah,
and
I already
mixed it up. Yeah.
Put a pinch of salt, stirred it up a bit.
So we'll finish coating these and we'll be back for the next step.
Our tomatoes are all coated with the flour. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the milk in with the eggs. You guys, just a little pinch of salt because you don't want to put, everything else is salted, so you don't want to put too much. I'll put a little bit of black pepper.
And we're using, I'm cutting you off here, we're just using a 2% milk. You can use whole milk. I've even done it with buttermilk, but I actually prefer it with 2%. It's just a little lighter that way.
So what I'm going to do, beat these up, just see, they're pretty well beat. And in the meantime, we're going to take our cornmeal. The flour is already seasoned because we're using that same plate. Put the cornmeal in there. There's already salt in there. I'll just add a bit of pepper and give it a good mix, because what we're going to do next is I was going to call them zucchini. Can you believe it? Our tomatoes, we're going to dip in the egg, and then we're going to dip it in your flour.
Coat it in the flour mixture.
Oh yeah, coated, pardon me, coated. But dip it in the egg first, coat it with the flour and the cornmeal to give it a nice, crunchy.
So yeah, we'll continue doing this. We'll do a few. We'll show you a few, and we'll get them done. And then the next step after this, we'll be frying. So this is how easy this recipe is.
It's quick.
It's quick and it's so delicious.
Yes, it is. Everybody's gonna love it. So what we do is, there, coat them nicely with your flour and your cornmeal. I'm gonna continue doing all of them, and then right when we're done, we're gonna head over to the stove and start frying up. Our oil is nice and hot, so I am going to set these in the oil.
And we're using
vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil, and not too much. Like we've got maybe a cup of oil. If you need more, add more in there. But we've got about a cup of oil or so.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna space them out also.
Yeah, you don't want to overcrowd them. So as soon as they're kind of golden brown, we will flip them over. So it's been a few minutes, and you can see the edges are turning a nice golden brown. Now we will flip them over. And as soon as the other side's a nice golden brown, we will remove them from the oil. And we'll put in our other batch. It looks like they're fully cooked on both sides. So I will remove these ones and we'll repeat the next batch. So we just finished frying our last batch, and I am plating it. You guys, look at how delicious this is.
And with that cornmeal, it comes out nice and crispy.
Very crispy, yeah, beautiful. So we hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you for watching Simply Delish Duo.